Okay, so I want to talk to you about describing transformations when you have, let's say, a function such as this. Let's say that I have f of x is equal to, I don't know, 3 times the square root of 2x minus 8 and then plus 4. So when we start to describe the transformations, what I want to point out to you is going to be the inside of the radical, and the reason why is because you have to remember that when you're looking at transformations, that the general form is f of x equals a, right, times b times the quantity of x minus c, and then plus d. So that b value has to be on the outside of whatever you have here. So what we're going to do is we're going to factor out a 2, so that would be 3 times the square root of, factor that 2 out, leaving you with x minus 4, and then plus 4. And so that will prevent you from saying that this is a horizontal shift 8 to the right, when it's really not. It's actually a horizontal shift 4 to the right. So in describing these transformations, what you should end up with is this. So first, starting from left to right, you have a vertical stretch, okay, by a factor of 3. Okay, next one, you have a horizontal, and you would think stretch, but inside is always the opposite, so this is a horizontal compression. And remember, that's going to be 1 over b, so it's actually going to be a horizontal compression by 1/2. Okay, going to the next one, we have a horizontal translation or shift, if you want to the right 4 units. Okay, and then the last one is here. It's on the outside, so it's vertical, and that's a vertical shift or translation. I'm going to say translation. I like that word better. So it's a vertical translation up 4 units. Okay, so you got to be careful. So if I had something like, let's say f of x is equal to, I don't know, I'm just going to say negative 2 times the square root of negative 3x plus 6 plus 2. Okay, so if I asked you to describe the transformations, again, I want you to look on the inside and make sure the b value is on the outside of, you want to see if you can factor anything to get the b value on the outside where we have it. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this as negative 2 times the square root of. Notice these two have a common factor of 3, but I'm going to pull out a negative 3 because I want this first term to be positive. So I have negative 3 times x minus 2. So this problem, if you're not careful, you would actually get that very wrong if you don't factor out the common factor here. Okay, so now let's describe the transformation. So starting here first, remember this, and this are all vertical, right? These are all v's for vertical. Here, here, and here are inside, so these are all horizontal. Okay, so here we go. First one is a vertical reflection, and you're done once you describe that. Now once the negative is taken care of, let's just move on to the 2. Well, the 2 is a vertical stretch, okay, by a factor of 2. Moving on left to right, this negative gets taken care of by itself. That's a horizontal reflection. The 3 is going to be a horizontal compression by 1/3. Okay, let's go ahead and do the next one, which would be a horizontal shift or a translation. So horizontal shift or translation, but you need to make sure you put right, and it'll be to the right 2 units. So see, if you didn't factor out, you would have said 6 to the left, when in fact it was right 2, and that's from factoring out that negative as well. Last one, it is a vertical shift. I'm going to put up by 2, okay? And those are the transformations for that type of problem.